Welcome to another episode of Big Mike and Little Ant. And we are here for a review of the Netflix movie Red Notice. It's been a while since we've seen just Big Mike and Little Ant, but we always got to come back to our roots and give you what we're known for, which is our great reviews. What's up, Ant?
I'm good, man. It's cool to be back with just you and me. It's cool to have the gang, guys. If you don't know, we do the comic cinema crew. But it's cool just to have just you and me. A little intimate setting, man. Being that I got my robe on. Yeah.
Right. Cool, man. So, Red Notice, man. It was a Netflix movie. Now, you and I review a few Netflix movies before, in the past, and a lot of times they are a hit or miss, Netflix. But this one, because of the characters or the actors, I should say, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, it made me more interested. Plus, the trailer was pretty good. What about you? What did you think before watching it?
So, honestly, I only watched it because of you. I didn't know anything about it, and you said, "Hey, you should check out Red Notice. We could do a review on it." And so, I'm not even sure if I seen a trailer. I think I just was like, "Oh, this is what Mike was talking about," so I watched it.
Okay, I thought I sent you a show. We probably didn't get a chance to watch it, so
yeah.
But it's all good. All right, we watched it because of me, but I do know that you are a fan of some of the people in this movie.
Yes.
The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot and stuff like that. So let's get right into it then. So what did you? Let's just say, what did you like about the movie? How about that?
So I thought when I actually seen like who was in it, I was like, okay, so wow, you got The Rock, you got Gal Gadot, and then you got Ryan Reynolds. So The Rock could be funny. She's just a great all around. She almost can't do any wrong for me. And then you got Ryan Reynolds. Like, come on. So I thought it was a cool. I was interested to see the chemistry of those three on the screen. But to be honest with you, I'm a little out of The Rock, kind of like I'm a little
rocked out.
I don't
rock.
Yeah, I don't jump when I see a Rock movie. Like I don't be like, oh, it's The Rock. Like I don't.
It's because of that. Like it's like he's been oversaturated too much. Him, you think, or
also I don't think he's like the greatest for me. Like I feel like I don't know. I'm not a huge Rock fan as far as movies. I'm just not. Now I am excited to see him do Black Adam because I like comic books cinema, So to see him be some super powerful character, I'm more interested in that. But an FBI agent or whatever, or I don't know. So anyway, but what I liked about the movie was the chemistry of the characters. They did a good job of who was who, and we'll get into obviously the storylines and everything. So
yeah, I like Ryan Reynolds, but sometimes he's too much Ryan Reynolds a little bit for me.
I feel like he's always Ryan Reynolds.
Like, yeah, right. He's always Ryan Reynolds. Like he doesn't play anybody else. I do like him though. Still, I mean, like Deadpool 1, I enjoyed. Deadpool 2 was too much. I feel like he was just over the top for me a little bit. But going back to some of his earlier stuff I was into, but also he got some actually like other stuff from early in his career. It's like kind of serious, which is good. Gal Gadot, I like her. She's been. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say. Remember, he did Amityville Horror.
Yeah. So, he got some stuff with him. Gal Gadot, man, I like her. She's beautiful, number one. But also, I think she's good as an actress. And The Rock, I like The Rock. He's my top wrestler all time, maybe top 2, whatever like that. So I've always liked The Rock as watching him, but I feel he's oversaturated. It's too much Rock. Like he's on every movie. He got several TV shows at the same time. It's just even he had to show Young Rock about his it's just too much Rock for me at the same time. I do think that he is a good actor. I think he's got better over the years because he started before all the rest of them. I think he's the best of say him, Cena, and Batista, only because he's had more time as far as the actor is concerned. But
I was going to insert in there real quick, Mike. My only issue with him is he's just a big hulking guy. So I mean, I almost what do I really want to he's not gonna be that believable to me if he's not some big tough dude.
That's the problem, right? He can't play a romantic role. He'll look stupid. He can't play anything else, like a suave guy or whatever, because he's so even his suits, he's just so big. It's crazy because he wasn't that big as a wrestler
in wrestling, right?
right.
Yeah.
He got like bigger or stuff like that, which is kind of crazy. Where like Batista got smaller, if you remember how big he was.
He did, yes,
stuff like that. So I feel like that's a problem. But his personality always brings out and stuff like that. But again, to me, it's just like kind of like anybody, like a musician or whoever it is. If you give me too much of it, it's like it's not that special anymore. So, but I did want to see where their chemistry went. I know Rock has been good with Kevin Hart sometimes. So like maybe Ryan Reynolds could bring out the same thing with him, stuff like that. So we'll see. So the movie though is Red Notice is about a heist movie, which is about an art thief and several art thieves, but I'll get to that later on. But I will say that it's mainly about Ryan Reynolds, who's the second greatest art thief in the world. Right. And it gets into a little bit of his story and them trying to get this MacGuffin, which is the egg. Cleopatra's egg, which wind up in the WWE damn pay-per-view.
Wow. And then on Monday Night Raw 2 weeks in a row.
Yes. I was like, yo, like if you didn't watch this movie, you might have been real lost watching WWE.
Yeah, you're like, what the hell is this egg? But yeah, that was kind of interesting.
But because you watched the movie, probably made it like, oh, okay, I didn't talk about whatever like that.
Yeah.
So
but anyway, you for that, Mike.
Right. So but I didn't gonna do that or whatever like that. But WWE still loves The Rock no matter what. So it's like whatever. Yeah. But anyway, about this eggs, this MacGuffin, and 3 eggs they got to get to sell or whatever like that. I'm not going to go all the way into it, but and then it's one of those movies where like it's like the thieves try to outdo each other. We've seen this done before in the past, but what do you feel about the plot in the movie? So
I actually I was in for the plot. The plot was cool for me. We're not gonna get into it yet, but I was cool with the plot. To have Ryan Reynolds first of all be the thief, right? And so and he's funny. So he swear he's the #1 thief, and it's like, technically you're #2, but they kind of don't know who #1 is. They kind of do know the bishop, but they don't really, know who that person is. I thought that was cool, like its own little lore of this little story. It's like they could have do a whole backstory if they wanted to.
Yeah. And before we get to that, thank you, E, for sticking on the watch. And thank you to Climax, who's also in the comments right now. And all about that. He said what we kind of said here, E. I want to get to that comment there. That Ryan Reynolds had the same problem as The Rock. They always play the same character. I agree. Yeah, it's just like the same, like in this movie, spoiler alert, it's spoiler show, they wound up in the jungle. So I just watched The Rock in the Jungle Cruise. It's feel like the same character, right? Like,
but you know what though? I would gladly take Ryan Reynolds over him though. Because Ryan Reynolds, I feel, is the best in his lane. So his lane is to be funny. And he does a great job of his lane. Rock does action and he does a lot of comedy. And you're kind of like, when he does action without the comedy, you almost kind of feel like you missed the comedy. And then when he does only comedy, you still want to see action because he's so big. So it's like, but Ryan Reynolds is just right. Like, who else would be better for Deadpool? Like, come on.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. He definitely is the what they call him, the Merc,
the Merc with the mouth.
Merc with the mouth. Yeah, definitely 100%. Yeah, and the thing about Ryan Reynolds is because he's not so hulking, he can still play other characters or look different and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Where like the different Hulks. I agree. I'll get rid of the comment there. For me, I thought the plot was good. A good, I like those thieves trying to outdo each other plots. I remember going all the way back to, or people trying to steal art and stuff like that. It was a movie I remember with Sean Connery, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and I think Pierce Brosnan. They were stealing art and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I mean, honestly, it gave me that vibe. It gave me National Treasures with my, it was Indiana Jones. It was that same Laura Croft.
Yeah, definitely. So, but that's the plot, obviously. So we can get into spoilers, definitely if you want to. Let's do it. So again, what were some of your favorite parts of the movie? I would say.
Honestly, we're getting into spoilers. They got me, bro. I didn't see the twist.
Oh wow!
I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't catch that The Rock was actually going to be with her. They got me. They pulled that one over.
They got me too. Actually, they got me too.
Okay, cool.
Actually,
yeah, I was
they
like,
got me too.
oh.
Yeah, I did not see that coming at all. Like literally at all.
You know
and I'm
why?
usually good at
Because
seeing it.
when they threw in with the other dude and the bull, that threw me off because I thought that was like her love, a love interest of hers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was smart writing right there.
It was. So how'd you like their when you finally got to see? How did you like their banter, Ryan Reynolds and The Rock, watching it and stuff?
You know what? I thought they was a good couple. Yeah, I mean, I was cool with them. Yeah, I thought The Rock and Ryan did a good job with each other because the only thing I felt like, which was funny to say this because I just went on and on about The Rock always being like the tough guy, but he wasn't as tough in this. I was like, oh wow, like I felt like with the dude in the prison, he kind of was a little like relaxed. I feel like he could have, in the typical Rock, he would have been always about to beat up Ryan Reynolds, but he wasn't. I was like, oh wow, that was different. He was a little reserved for The Rock that I'm used to.
I felt the same way. I felt like they made him less of an invincible character and more of like a regular guy. And I think it made sense when you find out that the twist that he's not really FBI. He's just a guy who was a thief who played like he was an FBI. So it kind of made sense that he wasn't such a skilled fighter or whatever, like he would be at the end of the day. In the beginning, I was like, damn, he FBI and get beat up like this, like that. So
yeah, I think like that. Rock getting the mittens put to him.
Yeah, and then with him and Ryan, I thought they did a good job of giving them both balance as far as like The Rock not overshadowing him.
Yeah,
because he can't overshadow you, stuff like that. Yep. And I thought, Ryan at the same time, I thought they didn't let like The Rock in particular, I'm talking about him, like overshadow the whole movie. Like they gave Ryan a lot.
Even with the writing, it was cool that they're in prison and The Rock is like, how we got it? The Rock kept going to Ryan for what do we do next? What do we do next? And Ryan Reynolds was like, don't worry, I got this. I got this. Which was really cool when they was putting the wall together and he put the little rock and then it showed back that he yanked the rock out and then the thing opens up. I'm like, oh wow, that was cool.
I thought that was pretty cool too. Yeah.
Oh, and that was one of the most impossible scenes. So you guys are walking on the side of this thing in the freezing cold. Yeah, that was a bit much. What did you think about like? Did you think some of it was like extra exaggerated, like stunts and stuff? Like,
yeah, I thought it was extra exaggerated a lot. I mean, I thought like the first scene in the movie where like they catch Ryan. Well, they don't catch him. Well, they do catch him eventually, but I mean, inside the art museum, I thought that was done well. It wasn't extra. You know what I mean? I could believe a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he was running away, he grabbed a book bag, let him go. Stuff like that was cool. And even him wind up at his house, that was all cool. But then, like you said, when I go to the jail in the breakout scene,
that was a bit with you got this helicopter flying, shooting. The guys was on the thing. Why they just didn't just shoot down the helicopter? Like,
and my whole thing was, if she thought that I'm talking about the other agent on the agent, Interpol agent, if she thought that The Rock was bad and he helped steal the egg, would she would have put him in the same jail in the same cell as Ryan Reynolds, who was also the thief?
So
like that
did make the movie, but it was just like so unbelievable. Like, but it was so ironic that he got put in the same jail
and he happened to be by himself in the jail. Right, in the same cell. Like something like that part was a little bit much for me. That's a plot device. I don't like plot devices, man. That bothers me a little bit. Yeah. So that was whatever. I did like the scene, I will say, because we're not going whatever, but I like the scene at the party with the fight with Gal Gadot and Ryan Reynolds and The Rock, stuff like that. Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. But speaking of her, how did you like her character throughout the movie?
Yeah, so we left her out. She probably stole the show, to be honest. Yeah, I liked her character. She did a great job. She's just that smooth, beautiful woman, slick, like and you know what? I didn't typecast her. I didn't be like, I can't picture Wonder Woman doing this. I totally didn't even think about Wonder Woman. I was just into the role she was playing as a bad girl, a bad character. It was cool.
Yeah, she's a good actress actually. Like people, I think sleep on her because she's been Wonder Woman, but I think she is actually a good actress, and Fast and Furious or whatever. But
I was about to say I was sleeping on her because she was in Fast and Furious.
yeah, this movie, what's that? Murder on a Train or on Orient Express, something like that. She's really good in that movie actually. So
I didn't see
like
that.
a murder mystery. Yeah, you're like I guess maybe it's murder mystery on the train. But yeah, I thought she was good too. I thought like she played her role well. I believe that she was like very like
Cunning.
cunning, cunning, but not like menacing, like blah,
Yeah.
blah. But still like if I got to, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get what I want. I like that character about her. I don't think you necessarily needed backstories from The Rock and Ryan Reynolds about their dads and all the stuff like that. Like sometimes just there's like still shit. They're having fun. They don't gotta have a whole backstory about stuff like that. I didn't really feel like that wasn't needed. I feel like these days in movies, you gotta have a reason why the bad guy is bad. It's like you don't need a reason or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
Oh, what did you think of the scene? I feel like it was a bit extra, but so Ryan Reynolds and The Rock decide to be together, be on the same team, and then they fly out to Brazil or Mexico or somewhere, and then they find the Nazi hideout or whatever, secret bunker. So they go down in the bottom, and they have that whole battle scene. What did you think of that?
Well, before I get to that, I do want to say the one thing I didn't like was the whole thing with the bullfighting. I didn't like that at all because it was, again, The Rock gets hit dead on by a bull and he gets up and run away. Like, again, that's too unrealistic to me, at that point. And again, it's like the whole thing with her tasing his balls or whatever the hell. Like, again, it's like, I didn't laugh at it. You know what I mean? It was like unnecessary to me. What you're talking about, though, in the bunker, like that gave me a lot of Indiana Jones vibes.
Yeah,
a lot, you know what I mean?
Especially they're driving in the little tunnel.
Yeah, and the old Mercedes Benz and stuff like that. Like I thought that part, the artifacts they had, and it was Argentina they went to. Artifacts they had, I thought were actually pretty cool down there. That was towards some of the twisting parts. So I thought that was actually, I thought that was pretty. I thought that was pretty good. What about you?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. It was I felt that finding it though was a little like, wait, what? How they had to like find it, like and then they start digging and whatever. Yeah, because he had the map and he got what did he rip the map up or threw the map?
Well, it was first of all, it was the whole thing. The watch that his dad left had the coordinates inside. And he got the watch fixed and stuff like that to make the key to go in there. So it was the whole thing. Again, maybe too much explanation and stuff like that. It doesn't need, you know what I'm saying? But still works. It could have just been like, listen, I had this map for years. I'm going to get the other 2 eggs, whatever like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
But the watch thing was cool. Just the psychology of his dad's watch for all those years end up being the thing that he put inside, because it was like a key pretty much. The watch went inside and then he was able to turn the knob. That was
yeah. I agree. And hold on one second.
Let's get to these comments.
Here. Yeah, go ahead. We got comics. Want to know I got a robe on. This is hilarious.
Don't worry about that, man. I could do that. What Chris said, hold on, let's get to let me see. So he said, bro, why do you have a robe on at 2:30? Hey, it gets chilly sometimes and in the house, and I like to be,
comfortable.
Smooth. Comfortable. Thank you, Mike. Let's see. Hey, Mike, we used to be the Robe Warriors at one point in time.
I still got it. But see, my robe is too damn thick. I'll be hot. But once it gets colder, I'm gonna have mine on too. Trust me.
Yeah. Let's see. Ryan Reynolds is #1 just because Bishop 2 people. Just because the Bishop is 2 people. Well, yeah, technically. Because technically, when you think, I didn't look at the Bishop as both of them, but yeah, he got a point. I kept just thinking Gal Gadot was just the Bishop, but now he does have a good point. Chris was going to say he loved the movie. Let's see. Canada loves Ryan Reynolds. I like the extra stuff. It's an escape reality. Yeah, escape from reality. The movie is predictable to me. I will say this, E-Money. The movie wasn't that predictable to me. They caught me with a couple stuff. I give them that. Let's see, we're working together.
Especially the actual the twist. They caught me off guard.
Yeah.
The bull was bullshit though. I agree with that. Yeah. I don't like that at all.
Yeah. But the bull did still help with him not be super tough. Like he was what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? But
yeah, it definitely did that part. It just was like, come on, man. All right, I hear you. It's that's unnecessary. But like you said, the twist does come at the end is super duper off guard, bro.
yeah,
Like, catching me out of nowhere. I like that they didn't kill him and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. Like they had a lot of fun making this movie, I will say. And then another twist where they get the they go to the aristocrat, whoever he is, house. They sell the egg to him for 30 or whatever, the $300 million, I guess.
right.
And then Ryan Reynolds screws them at the end, and he got Interpol coming after them. So they're gonna help him. So they set up a part 2, basically. How you felt about that? Set up for part 2.
Yeah, I mean, and I could totally see them do it, and they'll pull it off. I think they did a good job of setting like their own little universe of this movie. But at the end, because they made it look like the 3 of them was going to be on teams, right? Right? Yeah, that was the thing. Because Ryan Reynolds screwed them over, but then they figure, okay, we need to join forces to steal something else.
Right.
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
You know what?
What is there anything you didn't like about the movie?
I just wasn't that into it. Like I felt like there's way better heist movies out. What they was trying to steal Cleopatra's egg for some rich guy's daughter's birthday. Like, I guess I always want more like
stakes.
A bigger way, something way a little heavier. And this was really they was still essentially trying to. The whole movie was about a birthday gift.
Right. Well, for money, but yeah, I agree though. Yeah. You want higher stakes or whatever. I feel like that too.
Yeah,
I feel like it was just a movie like I'm watching, but it was forgettable, I guess, to speak. Like it wasn't like it didn't like captivate me or keep me.
Yeah, I didn't talk to nobody about it. I didn't really. The movie end, my wife and I didn't go on about it. We was like, all right.
Yeah. And I would think with those heavy hitter actors, the writing should have been better for those actors. I feel like to make a better overall movie, and they had a bit of a budget too with some of the stunts that you could see in the movie. So I'm like, y'all could have did a little bit better with this. So I wasn't that into it. So we won't keep it on and on. It's one of our shorter reviews and stuff like that. So what would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm gonna have to go with a 6. Just because I think it's probably a little better than a 6, but I don't think I'll watch it again. Like I was like, it was good, it was cool. I'll watch a part 2, but I don't think I'll watch this again. I was just like, it's a one and done for me.
You know what? I feel the way about almost every Netflix movie. So not everyone is a 6, but everyone I'm not watching again. Even some of the better ones, like the one with Chris Hemsworth. I forget his name of it right now, but
that was I was thinking about it earlier and I forgot. All right, go ahead.
Yeah,
Extraction.
Yeah, Extraction. They're making a part 2, which I'll watch, but I won't go back and watch part 1 again. Extraction, like that's just not what I would do. But for this
now, if I know somebody who didn't see, what was the one we really liked with our girl, where they can't die?
Oh yeah, I forget about that. I forget the name of that. I was good about that. That was good.
If I know somebody who didn't see that, I'd be like, bro, you got to watch it, and I'll watch it with them.
Right, right. That one I would.
Favorite.
Yeah, it's favorite. Best one. Yeah, of all. Yeah, definitely. With now I can't remember her name actually. Now it's killing me.
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron. Yeah. But yes, I'm gonna go with a 5.5 because I just wasn't really greatly. I was underwhelmed and I was a little mad. I'm like, you got these 3 people. It's getting promoted on WWE. Like, it's a great movie, as you can see. Like, so I'm like, yo, you would think it would be a little better than what it was, stuff like that. So, I'm gonna go with a 5.5. But that's it, man. I have no more thoughts about this movie. I just want to kind of get it out there because we both did watch it. Add content to the review. I love having the comments there, so we appreciate you guys watching. I see the comments there. Yeah, the stupid movie. Writing could have been better. Yes, 100%. Who they had to work with. He said a 2. And Chris, I love Chris, man, because Chris don't take a lot. Chris gave it an 8.
I know, bro. You thought when you and me got together, remember, I was giving everything a lot of highs, and then you realized, like, yo, Ant be giving some low scores. But Chris love everything.
Chris love everything. Don't a lot for Chris at all, bro. So with that said, bro, we'll be back on our channel, as I said, in the other shows for more next week. Of course, we'll be back for reviews and we find something that we can watch together. But for that, I'm Big Mike.
And I'm Little Ant.